I cannot hear what you saying now. I've been waiting for so long, I really be praying I make it up.
Welcome to the Unorthodox Podcast, hosting people doing cool shit. Today, our guest has worked with artists from WRLD to WRLD. We have Internet Money's KCSUPREME. What's good?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Living life. Appreciate you for coming on, doing this.
Of course, no problem.
A lot of people don't want to as soon as they got more followers than someone, so it's love.
I thought it was a cool idea, So
I appreciate that. That's kind of what I was going for, just something different, something that would stand out than like a regular interview. Kind of spice it up a little bit, give people something else to watch, another layer to it instead of just a one-on-one interview with someone. You can pull in different communities too, at the gaming, artists, whatever. So what's good? Where you from?
So I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Born and raised. I still live here now. Actually, it's like my home base. I have to travel to LA to work, obviously, but I like to keep my home base here, and that's just what I prefer. It's a lot cheaper. I can get a nicer house. It's just a nicer quality of living than living in LA. I have a family, so that's another aspect that I have to take into consideration. So yeah, Salt Lake City.
You did you ever live out in LA just for like to get your whole like producing career going, or you just always been?
I never fully moved to LA. I'd stay there for periods at a time, and then fly back and do my thing. That's just how I preferred it. I never fully committed to the move to LA, and personally, I'm kind of glad I didn't. It's just not for me to live there. I don't like it.
Too fast.
I like visiting and working there. I love it, but at the end of the day, like I just don't want to. That's not where I want to live, and that just is what it is.
Yeah, facts. A lot of people, that's the next step for their career is getting out there and networking and doing their thing out there. But I guess you kind of had that on lock. Why's my controller all fucked up?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. A little bit of a handicap that I'm aware of. That like it hampers me for sure, and that just means I have to work twice as hard to make up for the fact that I don't live there, and I've always been okay with doing it. So I just made it work, and that's just how I'm happiest. I'd rather do it that way and be happy rather than be unhappy, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
There's more important things to life besides just career. Like some people get so tunnel visioned, like all they care about is their career, and then you're lacking in other parts, like maybe family, maybe relationship, all that stuff. So I like to keep like a balanced my life.
Yeah, 100%. It's a balance. You gotta keep everything in balance, because you said you swing too much one way, it definitely causes unhappiness for sure.
Yeah, and so that's just the way I've figured out how to do it, and I've had success doing it. So yeah,
that's good for you. Where you want to drop? I know you said you're not a big Warzone guy.
Yeah, I'm trash at Warzone, so wherever, I'm following your lead.
All right, we'll go that way. Hopefully we won't get whacked straight away, and we'll just vibe out.
Sounds good.
So what was your childhood like growing up out there? Were your parents getting you into music, or how'd you roll into that? And what was your upbringing kind of like?
Yeah, my childhood was good. My dad's always been into music. His favorite artist is like James Taylor and older bands and stuff from the 60s and 70s and 80s and stuff like that. So that was a big influence in my music taste in the beginning. And my dad always played guitar, and we always had kind of like a family band kind of situation going, where like my brothers would, they all played instruments. Like one of my brothers played guitar, one of my brothers played drums, my dad played guitar. So it was always like a musical kind of aspect to my life when I was a kid. So growing up, we'd like learn songs that my dad wanted to learn.
Oh shit! He's up here. He just waxed me.
Oh shit! I'm so focused on talking, I forgot we're even playing the game.
Yeah, sometimes people, it's kind of a hard balance for people, but it's all good. You just do you. That's part of the vibe. It's supposed to be just kind of chill and talk about stuff, and it's not go crazy on the gameplay or go too crazy on your stories. It's just whatever you're comfortable with.
Cool. So anyway, my dad had us learn songs, so I learned keyboard, and played in the band and learned like old songs that he wanted to learn. And that was kind of the beginning of my musical, experience. And then from there, when I turned like 16 or 17, I started to get interest in like FL Studio and started making beats really early on. So yeah.
What was the appeal to FL Studio? Like, you had friends that were doing it, or homies that were rapping, and you're like, I'm gonna make them some beats, or?
Honestly, I didn't really have any friends or anything that were really into music or making beats or anything like that. The thing about FL Studio was I did have one friend. He's not really a friend. He was like an acquaintance, but
Yeah.
he was like a mutual friend of my friend group. And one day he came to we were all hanging out, and we were just hanging out in my house, and he was like, yo, I made this beat, man. I was like, that concept was foreign to me. I'm like, what do you mean? And all my friends were like hyped on it. They're like, what? You made this shit? And he like played this, like, it was like techno. It wasn't even hip hop, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I made it in this program called FL Studio. And like just seeing how my friends all reacted to it, how they were like freaking out about it.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, that's pretty cool. Like, that kind of makes me want to do it too, just based off the reaction my friends had. So I started like downloading FL Studio and messing with it. And then come to find out later that that person had lied. He didn't make the beat at all. He was just like completely capping. He was just like found a beat online and claimed it was his. So he got me started in FL Studio based off that one moment, and he was lying. So it was kind of weird how that worked out. And then from there, I kept doing it because I liked it. And I started, looking online at other people that were doing it, and I saw like, this is back when like, I don't know if you even know who it is, but Superstar O and Johnny Giuliano were like the biggest producers online. And this is back when like SoundClick was a thing before BeatStars or anything came around. The biggest platform was SoundClick, and they were like running that shit. They were like the top dogs on there, and they were like rich and had all these crazy cars off of producing. So that made me go like, this could maybe be a career. I could actually make some money to it. So that was like the earliest exposure to it.
Cool.
Yeah.
What was your appeal to like hip hop and rap? Why'd you start making beats, and like, is that where you started making beats, or you just making anything that kind of sounded cool to you?
Yeah, I was always just a fan of like rap music and hip hop music early on. Like I remember, getting all the albums back then. Like I can't even think of what they are now. Like Eminem or like shit, Ludacris, 50 Cent, all that shit. I was into that. And so, once I found out about making beats, naturally that was like the genre that I was trying to produce and trying to make all the time. So it was just, I already loved the music before I started producing. So it was just like a natural kind of jump.
Yeah, 100%. Where does your story start with internet money?
Yeah, so, I've been producing for a while. At that point, when I found out about Taz, he was kind of, I mentioned Superstar O and like Johnny Giuliano earlier.
Yeah.
They were like the top dogs of that era. And then the next wave of people was like the Beat Plug, Taz Taylor, and MJ Nichols. And they were like the top dogs at the time, like selling their beats on YouTube. Kind of same thing, like, damn, these guys are killing it. They're making money. They're going crazy. So, I started following them and watching everything they did, because I wanted to achieve that same goal. And I think it was early 2016 when I found out about them. And Taz was speaking at a BeatStars event. This is like early on when BeatStars was first starting, really.
Cool.
And he was speaking at like a seminar in LA, and I was just going like to listen to him speak about how to sell beats and stuff like that. And just from following him, I'd interacted with him online a few times before because I was starting to kind of go up on my own brand.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yo, I'm going out to LA, and I know you are too, to see me talk. And someone canceled on this Airbnb. So would you be willing to like come stay at this Airbnb with us and like pitch in on it? I know I don't know you or anything, but I don't know what else to do. And I was like, shit. I was like hella nervous to do that. I didn't know anyone. I had a fear of flying at that time. I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna fly to LA. I'd never been to LA, but I just like said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And so I flew out there and I stayed with him at this Airbnb for the weekend, and we just like hit it off, and we became like really good friends really fast. Like we just got along really well. And that's when I joined Internet Money. Like early on, when all we were was YouTube producers.
Yeah.
No placements, nothing. And the group was pretty early. It was like Nick was already in it. He was young. He was like 16, and he had never shown his face to even us. Like we didn't know what he looked like. He was just like this little kid. And the group was like 7 other people at the time. And yeah, it was just really early on before there was really anything to it. I got in super early and just believed in it way back then.
That's cool. You see were you just taking a shot in the dark? Do you see the potential in everyone like straight off the rip of the group?
Yeah, well, I mean, at the time, like, it wasn't even that. I wasn't even thinking like in the grand scheme of things. Like at the time, I wanted to be an online producer. I wanted to sell beats on YouTube, and I wanted to make a living of doing that.
Yeah.
And that's what Internet Money was at the time. So I was just like, that was my goals at the time.
Yeah.
Facts. So I aligned myself with them. Like, damn, this is what I want to do. Now I'm in with the biggest group. This is it. And then, through that progression, Taz got his first placement. He signed his deal to APG, which is a sub-label of Atlantic. And that was the point. He kind of could have cut us all off and went and did his own thing. But instead, he kind of said, nah, we're going to stay a group. And he took us with him to all these sessions. So it was kind of like I got signed too, because I was getting into all these industry sessions right away with the whole team, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like a jump start in my career. I didn't have to wait till I got a placement.
Yeah.
He kind of took us with him. So that was, and then it opened up our whole world to like, oh damn, this can be bigger than just YouTube. This can be bigger than just, selling beats online.
Yeah.
We can actually be industry producers and get placements and make real money and become something. So
that's cool. Yeah, it sounds like a good group of people around you, at least at the start too, to bring you up and take everybody with you, or with him, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I owe Taz my life for that. He really put us on, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, shit, Taz. That's good. You gotta keep those people around for sure. Those are the ones that, I mean, he obviously saw potential in you, so that's.
Yeah.
Congrats.
It's crazy. It's Internet Money for life now. I'm never leaving.
Yeah, that's cool. It's crazy how the world kind of just puts people in your life like that, and how you said you're afraid of flying and kind of a nervous person. You didn't meet them before and stuff, and then all of a sudden you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna take this chance, and like just how you met them, and then the conference lined up, and just how things kind of happen, and your life develops like that.
Yeah, I think back and go like, damn, if I didn't go that one time, my whole life would be completely different. I never would have, that never would have happened. That one day where I decided like, nah, I'm gonna go. That changed my whole life. So it's just crazy to think that one little choice like that could change everything.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you believe any like things that happen for a reason, or any like religious things like that?
I'm not really religious, but I definitely believe like things happen for a reason, for sure. Like, I just think some people are afraid to get out of their comfort zone, so then they miss those opportunities. Or, sometimes the opportunities just come around and you're not quite ready for them yet. And, like, for example, if I would have met Taz in 2014, it wouldn't have gone down the same because I wasn't ready then, We probably wouldn't have got along, or I wouldn't have been ready to be on the team. So it's like, it's crazy how things line up even in that regard. Like, timing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if I would have met Taz in 2018, or any scenario you can think of that's different, it's like it might not have worked the exact same. So it's kind of like the stars aligned. It's crazy how that happens. Like just everything lined up perfectly for that to happen.
Yeah.
So that makes me believe definitely like things have to happen for a reason. There's no way that's coincidence.
100%. That's how I feel too. I'm not really religious, but I'm not religious, but it's just like some things, like you said, it's just too crazy for like some things to like be that perfect to line up like that, for there not to be like some type of influence, or just like like you said, things have to happen for a reason, because it's just almost too crazy.
Yeah. And that's what I would tell people that are like, how do I get signed to Internet Money? How do I do all this? I mean, really, you just need to keep your head down and work, so that when that opportunity comes or something lines up, that you're ready to like meet it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're ready
100%.
Because opportunities come every day, but if you're not ready for it, then you miss it or you lose out on it. So
yeah, 100%. I had a producer on early that told me that too. Be patient, work hard until it happens, and then be ready.
Yeah, everyone wants people to come and find them, but it's like, at the time when I met Taz, I had already built my brand up a little bit. You know, like I wasn't crazy successful on YouTube, but I was like making $1,000 a month off selling beats, or I was making $2,000 a month off selling beats. So I had gotten myself to a certain level by myself for Taz to even notice me or talk. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
you can't just sit there and wait.
Yeah, you
Oh,
definitely got to be
someone-
proactive too.
You have to just work on yourself and build yourself up to a point where other people will want to like mess with you and like meet you and talk to you, and you
Yeah,
can't just be
100%.
starting from scratch and expect someone to be like, I'm gonna take a chance on this kid. Like it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
So bet on yourself first, and then the rest will come naturally.
it's facts. It's good advice for the kids. Someone landed right in here somewhere, so there's a guy in here somewhere. We gotta get some more money. Here he is. He's right here. Yeah, fried him. What were you doing for money before you were producing?
So my dad always had his own business. It was like apparel and like promotional products, so like putting logos on t-shirts and stuff. So growing up, I always kind of like worked for him on the side just because it was like, you know, it was an easy job as far as working for my parents, and like so I
Yeah,
always kind of did that. But then when I wanted to pursue music, you know, I felt like, damn, I'll never make any real money selling beats like that. It's not realistic. So what I did was I went to a studio in my city and interned. And I worked at a studio to be an audio engineer, like recording clients and stuff like that. And, you know, that made me some money. And I was like, damn, I'm actually making money off music. So I was kind of hyped on that. That was lit.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I didn't enjoy that part of it. I was like, nah, I want to be a producer and like make beats. That's what I want to do. So eventually I just quit that and went back to making beats. I was still working for my parents like part-time that whole time just to like, you know, support myself.
Yeah.
But then I took a chance on like producing and just quit the audio engineering shit. And then like a year later, that's when I met Taz.
Cool.
So.
Get a little more money, we go buy a loadout. Is internet money where you kind of felt like things started to fall into place for you as a producer?
Oh yeah, I mean, I really had nothing industry-wise. Like I said, Taz put me on and put me in the session. So once that started happening, you know, I would start getting little placements, nothing crazy. Like I remember we were in with Young Pinch, and I got some Young Pinch records that came out, and that was like some of my early stuff. And I got like, we also had Wave Supply. So I co-created Wave Supply with Taz and Nick. Early on, they had another drum website before I came on the team, before internet money started for real. And I've always done websites. Like when I worked for my dad, that's what I did, was websites and you know, a bunch of stuff like that. So when I joined the team early on, they wanted to create another drum website, and I had the capability to like build it and run it and design it and do all the stuff. So we created Wave Supply I think early 2017, and started selling, you know, loop kits, drum kits for other producers. And through that, we got some placements. Like people would buy loop kits or, you know, kits off me, and then I would find out that I got a placement. So that gave me some of my early placements too.
Cool.
Like Rich the Kid was like my first major placement, and that was just because Lab Cook, the producer who produced that on that song, he used one of my loops, and that was like I got a plaque for it right back there. Rich the Kid.
Yeah, that song's hard for sure.
Yeah, it's Small Things is the song.
I think it was in a couple movies and stuff too. That's pretty cool for you.
Yeah, I've had a few placements do that. Like I also produced YK Osiris Valentine, and that was in there was this movie. It's called like, what is it? It's not called Bad Kids, but it's like something like that. Anyway, it's about, I can't remember what it's called, but the song was in that movie, so it was kind of cool to go see the movie. And
yeah, hear your music in it. That's cool.
yeah, and then also a Megan Thee Stallion song I produced was in an HBO series, Insecure. So, you know, just little placements like that is always cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I
100%.
got my initial placements, and that's when things really the ball started rolling for me. So
Damn, this helicopter's probably gonna. I'm trying to get this loadout, but this helicopter might pull up on us. Get my guns. Better guns. Have you played Warzone like at all?
A little bit. So I actually just started getting back into Call of Duty. Like I played it when Modern Warfare first came out.
Yeah.
And I played it on Xbox. And then when Warzone came out, initially, like at first, I played it a little bit, but not like crazy. And then I didn't play it for a couple years. And then just barely when I moved into my new house, I downloaded Cold War and I started playing it on PC. So that's why I prefer Cold War, because I just got like hella good at Cold War.
Yeah.
So now when I come back and play Modern Warfare or Warzone, I'm like so terrible at it.
Yeah.
It's different. I don't know why.
The movement and
so
stuff,
different.
it's because it's by different like people too. So like it, just like how you like run and stuff, it all just feels different.
Yeah. So I'm like hella good at Cold War, but I'm trash at Modern Warfare.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I like Warzone because it was just like, one, for the interviews, it just like, it's not too fast paced. You can still like talk and like focus.
That's true.
But
yeah, playing multiplayer probably would have been hectic.
It's like, it kind of gets crazy hectic.
Yeah.
And it's cross-platform with the COD, so it works well for like to get people on and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
But
I like Warzone too. I've been playing with some other guys in Internet Money lately, just here and there, but they carry me, you know.
We gotta get some more people on this that play games. I had Error on. I'm sure you know him.
Yeah, that's how I play with. I play with him, and if you know Pharaoh Vice, he's also on Internet Money. And
yeah, I think
Frankie, Taz's assistant, and MJ Nichols. Remember how I said MJ Nichols earlier was one of like top YouTube producers that I was looking at?
Yeah.
Crazy because he was in Internet Money the whole time, and now I'm like good friends with him. This is wild how that happens.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a good guy.
Yeah, 100%. That's cool. It's one of the first people that I had on who you follow, Lonelysev. I did the Cold War with him.
Oh, fire.
How'd you link up with him? I guess not link up, but how'd you meet him?
We haven't really linked up or anything, but we just always talked online a little bit. Like a couple years ago, he just like DM'd me, and I think I sent him a pack of beats, and we just always kind of stayed in touch after there. But I haven't worked with him in a while. I need to see what's up with him. I'll talk to him in a minute. But
yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
If it wasn't for him, this idea probably wouldn't have happened.
Really?
It was this was my idea, but I had kind of like a little following on TikTok. Nothing crazy, like, and I can't remember, 20 or 30K. I don't really post on there anymore. And he was looking for some promo on his stuff, and I had this idea, and I was like, I don't know if it's a good idea. Like, I don't know how I'm going to convince people to get on. So he was like, yo, how much you charge for promo?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I got this idea. I don't really like to charge people for that because people got potential and stuff. Like, I like to just, you know, your shit's cool. It just doesn't matter. So I was like, instead of charging you, how about you come do this interview with me, and I'll try this out, see how it goes, and I'll post your shit on TikTok and my Instagram and wherever. And he was like, yeah, word. So he's the first one. I was like, you know, it kind of went well, so I'll just kind of keep doing it, and then just kind of kept going. Next person led to the next. And yeah.
That's what's up. It's a cool idea, man. I think it'll grow.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I've had some cool people on. So people that I would have never thought would say yes. So
yeah, just cool. Because like I said, it's a unique idea instead of just an interview. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
I think that definitely helps you.
100%.
So yeah, that's what's up. Just keep doing it, man. It'll grow slowly. That's another thing people don't realize is like, there's no secret to success or like instant growth. Like you just really have to put the work in and do it slowly over time and grind, and you're gonna have no followers at first. You're gonna have 100 followers. You're gonna, you know, it's just really slow.
There's a guy
like I remember when I started building my Instagram up, that shit was so slow. Now I have 20,000, but I'm not really active on Instagram either, so it's definitely made it slower. But
you see this building? Oh my god, I just got out of the car. Yeah, 100%. There's two guys in here now. 100%. It's, I mean, this whole thing right now is it's not even so much about growth for me. Well, obviously, oh my god, where is he? Growth is cool, and obviously I want to grow, but As of now, it's just like networking. I find this is the thing. Even anything in life is just networking. You just got to build those connections and stuff, and then eventually, this person knows this person, and not even on some shit to like use people to get to someone. It's just like, just building good relationships with people, and like you said, you built a relationship with Taz, and then he started to go, and he brought you with you, and you kind of elevate each other and grow together, things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
are you like an artist or producer or anything like that too?
Nah, I've always wanted to do YouTube since I've been like 10 or 12. I just thought the idea of YouTube was just super dope, and just being able to like make videos on whatever you want and make oh damn, why is my gun not coming out? What the is it?
Did you survive the gulag?
Yeah, or no, sorry, I'm in the gulag, but it just spawned me with fists and I didn't have a gun, and this guy had a gun and I didn't.
Oh shit.
And my gun wouldn't come out. That was weird as hell. But yeah, no, I just thought YouTube was like super cool, how you could just like do whatever you wanted, make videos about it, and people would watch it, and you'd make like AdSense off that shit and make money, and then you could do that's unlucky. You could just do whatever, and like brand deals and sponsored posts and stuff, and just kind of live your own life and work for yourself and do that. So that's kind of where it stemmed. I just was making like stupid vlogs with my friends at first, and then I was like, everyone does this. I just gotta find, and it took me years to like find something that's different. And I always knew you had to find something that was different, that would stand out.
Yeah. And, definitely. I mean, we're in the era where everyone can be a YouTuber and everyone can be a producer. And so really, you just have to find ways to stand out and be different, because everyone can download FL Studio now. Everyone can download OBS and record themselves. So it's just definitely got to find your own like niche.
Yeah. So then finally, after years, I came up with this, and it felt like it was kind of onto something. People were telling me how cool it was and this and that. So then I've been doing it for, I don't know, like 8 months now. Like this idea, I've been doing YouTube for like ever.
That's fire.
So that's kind of where it went. And I've always been into like music and shit. So I was like, I can't sing or rap, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this was like a good way to like incorporate, like, and I liked playing games, to play games, do YouTube, and like involve the music in it all.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have made a couple beats because I was like, maybe that's what I'll try with. So I have done it, but I was never like my goal in life to be a producer.
Right.
I should get back into it, because the ones I made for never making them before, like, I don't know, I'm sure everyone thought that at the first beat, but I thought they were decent for never making beats before, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny how it works. It's like the progression. When you're first starting out, every beat you make, you're like, this is so fire.
Yeah.
And then like a month later, you're like, that was trash. Now I'm making fire.
Yeah,
and then, like
100%.
a month later, you're like, I was tripping, man. This is,
Yeah.
It never stops. Even now, man, even as long as I've been doing it, like, I feel like every month or every year I progress, and I look back at the beats I made last year, and I'm like, those are trash.
Yeah.
This is the better shit. It just never stops, and I don't think you want it to stop. You want to keep progressing, obviously. So
yeah, elevate for sure.
Yeah.
How do you feel that internet money's probably gonna be like a big part of hip hop history in the future? How does it feel to be a part of that?
It's crazy. I don't think you really can feel it in the moment. Like, it doesn't feel like that to me. But then every once in a while, there'll be a moment, something happened, and it's like, damn, you forget that we're really in this. And it's exciting. I feel blessed to be a part of it. But like I said, in the moment, you really don't appreciate it or feel like it's actually happening until you look back. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be a part of that for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. You guys, like, the amount of talent that you guys have like curated, and then some of the songs that you guys have put out, it's just like, your guys' list is almost endless.
I know. I definitely feel like we're still underrated, underappreciated. Like, people don't realize, and they won't realize for a while, like, the true extent of everything we've actually been a part of and done, because we don't get credit for a lot of stuff, and I think eventually we will. You know,
Yeah.
maybe that's just my perspective. Like I said, it's hard when you're in it to really see the full scope of everything, but it just feels like, I don't know, we should be seen as bigger than we are.
Yeah.
But it'll happen. It'll, you know.
No, I
We just
definitely
gotta
think
keep
people are
moving.
definitely on the way. Like, you look at all these kids, like, people that want to be producers. It's like, oh, I wanna work with Mira. I wanna be part of Internet Money, or
Right.
right.
But we get so much hate, and it's crazy because so many people, because they can't be a part of it, hate on us and become our like biggest haters. And then like given the opportunity to join, they would be like down for it. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
people are weird that way. If they can't be a part of it, they just want to like tear it down. And you
Yeah.
know, we get so much hate and stuff. Like people hate on Taz so much, but he's honestly like the most giving person. Like I said, he put us all on. Like he didn't have to do that. Like any other person, when they got their label or their publishing deal with a label, they probably would have been like, see you later. I'm gonna go do this on my own. But you know, he took all of us with him, and he's
Yeah.
always been that way. He's always, you know, like when we have the Internet Money house, he's letting people stay at the house for free. He's feeding them, like he's putting them on, he's putting them in sessions,
Yeah.
and then, you know, for example, like people
So
will
here.
not work hard, or you know, not really put in all their effort, and so things won't work out with Internet Money because of their fault. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they didn't do the right things or really apply themselves, or they did something wrong, or you know, because people really be out here like doing stuff behind our back, like leaking songs or doing, you know, just all this snake shit that happens, and then people get kicked out of the group, and then their first thing is to turn around and just, you know, go on a freaking
Get some clicks. Yeah.
rampage to like talk down on Internet Money and talk shit and cause all these rumors and stuff. But really, like, Taz is like the greatest guy, and he really is just, all he does is give, put other people on. So he really gets shown in a bad light for no reason, and it just comes down to people who are salty because they didn't work out for them, and so that's their like way to cope with it or get back at him or something like that. So that's where most of that comes from. But if you actually got to know Taz and sat down and talk with him, like he's such
Cool
a
dude.
genuine, like good person. He's not toxic. He's not evil at all. He's amazing. So
Yeah. No, that's good that you guys got a good little family over there.
it really is like a family, man. You know, we all get really close. We all hang out. We all live together out there in LA. When I'm out there, I'm staying at the house, and just, you know, there's some dudes that live at the house, and Taz lets them crash for as long as they want, you know, puts them in session. So it really becomes like a little family. It's fire.
Yeah. No, and if you got that group of people and you ride with those people, it doesn't really matter what. I mean, it's obviously annoying that people are shitting on you and talking down and stuff, but, you know, you focus on your group, do your thing, elevate yourself. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen with anybody who gets any ounce of notoriety or fame, or,
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
blows up at all. They're going to get a lot of hate. And I mean, you look at any celebrity, like go to Ariana Grande's Instagram. I guarantee if you go in her comments, like 80% of them are just people talking trash.
Yeah, and
So
half of
part
that
of it-
too, it's like you said, people are just trying to get the attention of Ariana Grande or of you guys, so that they, like you said, as soon as you get the attention, it's like, oh, sorry, I didn't think you'd see this, or oh, sorry, can I join Internet Money now, or
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like people get, I don't know if it's jealousy or it's just people get angry if they can't be a part of something, so their alternative is to try to tear it down. So it's kind of crazy. But overall, like things are really positive towards us, I think. It's hard not to focus on the negative things. And that just kind of makes me feel like, damn, we could be more appreciated than we are. But I think we will be in the scope of everything, like in the history, like you said. Like they'll look back and be like, damn, look at all the stuff they did. Look at all these songs they curated. Look at these artists they brought up. Like, you know, Juice World, Ian, all these people.
yeah.
Like that's
Oh,
because of
someone's
us,
like,
you know?
let's try and go to this. Oh, there's people buying loadouts everywhere. Let's try and go that way. Get a loadout, find some more money. Yeah, 100%. What else I got for you? What's it, what's it like being a producer with a family? Obviously, there's lots of producers with families, but like regarding you gotta do some traveling and stuff to studio sessions and stuff. What's it like, having to balance that family and be on the road and stuff like that?
It's definitely difficult because most of the producers in Internet Money are single with no kids, and having kids and having being married, all that stuff is definitely like, I don't know, it puts them at an advantage to not have those things because they can just like they don't have any responsibilities in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
they can just go crash on a couch for a year,
Yeah.
in the Internet Money house and like be there every day. So I've always had to work harder because of that. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm still happier. So
Yeah.
it's worth it for me to have to work twice as hard as everyone else. And I still make it work, and I kind of have everything how I want it. I'm happy with how they are.
They're on the roof. Damn.
Shit.
It's all good. You can run. Trying to find some more bread, but this shit all looted. Oh, clutch. Oh, they're flying in on you. I think they're on this building now.
Oh shit.
Damn, tough.
But yeah, I actually had my first kid before I even met Taz, so it's always been a thing.
Yeah.
That I've had to like, work with. So.
Yeah.
But I personally like that because family is a big, important aspect in my life, just as big as career is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I feel like I said earlier, there's kind of like there's important pillars of life, and career is only one of them. It's not the most important thing in life, at least to me. Some people, career is their end all be all, but family is like my end all be all. Because at the end of the day, like, if I had to choose between like my career or my family, I would rather be like homeless with my family, honestly, because it's like that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah, those are rocks for sure.
So, but I make it work. I just have to work harder and make more of an effort to get in sessions and be there and travel to LA more. My wife's always been really cool with it. She doesn't mind. She's a stay-at-home mom, so she gets to do her thing. And she's cool with the fact that I have to travel a lot and stay in LA a lot and be gone a lot. That's just our dynamic. That is what it is.
Word.
So it works for me.
It's good. What's being around all these rappers and stuff like that? What's the craziest thing that's happened to you? You ever got caught up in something or something that made you uncomfortable or something that put you in a crazy situation?
I'm trying to think back. Nothing too crazy. One time we're in the studio and NBA Youngboy was there. We weren't in his session, but apparently he had brought a pet monkey to the studio, and it just like destroyed the whole studio. Like, there's these $10,000 speakers. Like, each speaker is $10,000, so they're crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Apparently the monkey like fucked up the speaker and like shit all over the studio, and just like that was the craziest thing that I heard about happening, but I wasn't actually in the session. And to be honest, like, nothing super crazy has happened that I can think of off the top of my head right now. But shit like that does happen.
That's funny.
And in Atlanta, like, we were in Atlanta I think a couple months ago, and the studio we were working at, like a week after we left, someone ran up in there with guns and shit. So it's kind of scary. Atlanta's kind of scary like that.
Yeah.
But luckily that's never happened to me.
Yeah, that's good. You guys stay safe for sure. Atlanta's a cool city too.
No, it is. I like it.
I had a couple people on from there that I'm cool with now.
Atlanta's fire. Oh, when I first joined Internet Money, we like I said before, we got placements. We were just focusing on the internet stuff, and after I joined, we did this little tour for internet producers, So basically what we did was we traveled around to different cities. Like the first one we went to was Atlanta, and we rented an Airbnb, like a crazy, like big ass mansion. And we had producers, like we kind of like took that BeatStars seminar idea and ran with it on our own. Like we had our own seminars,
Yeah.
but we took it to the next level and we had people actually like stay with us in the Airbnb.
Cool.
And so like 5 producers would like pay their part to come stay at the Airbnb, and then we just have like a week where we'd all live there. They could cook up with us and like learn everything from us. And we did that in Atlanta, Seattle, LA, Miami, Nashville, Austin, Texas. But like we went all over and did that in like every city. It was way cool. And that was like before we ever got a placement. And then right at the end of that is when Chaz got his first placement.
That's tight.
And then from then on, we pretty much stayed in LA, New York and Atlanta every once in a while, sometimes Miami, but mostly LA. So I've got to travel to a lot of cool places just from doing this.
Yeah, I bet.
Like I said, I was scared of flying, and then once I faced that fear, like it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
And now, you know, I've flown so many places since then. So I'm glad I conquered that fear. Literally, that conquering that fear changed my life.
Yeah, that could really hold you back, I'm assuming, in your position.
Yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't have done it, I wouldn't have met Taz, obviously. So it's just crazy. Sometimes you got to go out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
It would have been easier for me to just be like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
and just that, you know. So sometimes to grow, you have to go out of your comfort zone. I've learned that.
Definitely, 100%. I had to learn that too. This is like, as you say that, this is a big step for me. So I'm a very introverted person. So to like meet people like this,
yeah,
every day, every week, like doing these interviews, it's gotten a lot better now. But it was like so much like anxiety and pressure at first, because it's like I don't like to meet people, but like this, like it's like this whole like no matter what you do in life, like I said, it's networking. Like even just a regular 9-to-5 job.
Yeah,
it's
who you know, really.
It's who you know to get the job and this and that.
For sure.
But yeah, and I feel like that's what's gonna take this to the next level, so I can get out of that 9-to-5. Just meeting people and working with people.
But once you get out of the 9-to-5, it becomes a 24/7. Just so you know, the 9-to-5 is you know, work ends and you go home and you don't think about work. But like when you do a job that's not a 9-to-5, then you're always on the clock. You're always thinking about work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a blessing and a curse, but I definitely prefer it to having to work a 9-to-5.
Yeah, 100%. I feel that, but at the same time, it's like, do you not feel that, you know, you're always working, but at least it's something that you want to do?
Yeah.
You can kind of, like,
100%.
it's your own shit. You can, obviously you got to grind all the time, but you can work when you want to. You can set your own hours. You can,
yeah, no, that's definitely,
like, in terms of that.
good part of it. I mean, music doesn't feel like work to me. It kind of does now, but it never really did. Like, I could produce for hours, and I never felt like I was clocking in and working a job. So that's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a blessing to be able to do what you want in life and have that be your career and make money from it. And that's a big step, like, that people don't stop and appreciate a lot. Like, once you start making money off your, you know, like, once you start building this podcast up to where you can make, like, real money off it, then it's just like people take that for granted. It's a blessing, man. It's rare. People don't usually do that.
100%. Try and get some kills here, spice this up. Yeah, and you know, you said like you're always thinking about it and stuff. You're always thinking about it regardless. At least I am while I'm at quote unquote real job. You're still thinking about what can I.
Thinking about it like, dang, work again. You know?
Yeah.
That's how I remember it being when I had to work a job like that. It's like the night before your shift or whatever, you just like dread it. Personally,
yeah, 100%. No, facts. It is true.
I mean, sometimes work was fun. Like, I remember I worked at a department store when I was like 18 for a little bit. and it was kind of fun. Like you meet people that you're kind of friends with at work, and some aspects you look forward to. But at the end of the day, you're still like, damn, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. I'd rather go be hanging with my friends.
Yeah,
But,
no, 100%. It's funner definitely when you got like some people your age and like into the same stuff and you kind of kick it with them at work. But where I'm at right now, I'm working at an engineering firm. There's just like not a lot of people my age. Everyone's like older.
wait, what's an engineering firm?
Engineering, like
I know what engineering is, but what's an engineering firm?
engineering firm is like, so it's just a group of different like engineering disciplines. So you got like an electrical engineer department, you got automation engineering, you got a mechanical engineering, you got structural, someone that'll like design the building, and then you got your electrical engineers that'll design the wiring for the building. And it's just like it's like a law firm kind of, but for engineers, if that makes sense.
So it's an office?
Yeah, big ass office. We're getting hunted. Oh, there's people right here. Oh,
yeah, I never had people really my age, but I would make friends with the older people.
Yeah.
There's always someone that I like to hang out with at work, but nah, like it's way better to be doing producing or YouTube or
Facts.
way better.
Getting capped.
I don't know where they were shooting from. Helicopter or something? Or are they on the roof?
They behind you or are they
It was coming from.
Oh, they're coming for us. There's a lot of people running at us right now. I think they're in the building, and then there's another team running up on us right now.
Alright, where should we go?
I think we might have to just kind of hold for it. Oh shit. Just watch this ladder, and I'll watch this one. What else we got? Who's your favorite person you worked with?
Like actually in the studio worked with, or like just that I got a placement with?
I don't know, whatever you felt was funner for you, I guess, or you enjoyed more.
That's a hard question.
I'm sure you got a long list of people.
Yeah. Think about that for a second.
People are right below. There's people hella everywhere. They're right below us. They're on the buildings across from us.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
You what about a dream collab? You got a long list of people obviously you've already worked but you got anyone that you wanna lock in the future? Either up and coming or big?
I mean, obviously, I want to get a Drake placement. I mean, I'm sure that's what most producers would say. Kanye placement would be crazy. I want to get a song on a Post Malone album too. That'd be crazy. I met Post, and actually, that's probably the answer to the other question. Is the favorite person I've been in the studio with. Post Malone was like a really fun session. He's a really cool guy. We played beer pong. I beat him in beer pong, so I got that on my bucket list. But yeah, it was like a party. I was there the night that they recorded Sunflower, like him and Sway Lee.
Damn, yeah, that one's tight.
Yeah, so that was cool to see that, and then it just turned into like a giant party after.
Beat Post Malone and beer pong.
Yeah, man.
Add that to your list of plaques on the wall.
Huh?
It said you have to take the game ball and add it on the wall with all your plaques.
I know. Wish I had it. But I do have, like I said, Taz recorded like a little clip of it, so I got that as evidence.
That's tight.
But yeah, that was probably the most fun session. But I'd love to, like, the songs, we're in the studio with him, but nothing came from it,
Yeah.
So I'd love to get like one on his actual album. That would be, so I'd say Drake and Post Malone. I wish I could get more with Juice WRLD, man. That would be.
R.I.P. Juice, yeah.
Yeah, I really wish that.
That kid was really. I know everyone says it, but that kid really was like a generational, like once in a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
He's still probably my favorite artist, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Crazy. He's
Juice
definitely
was
taken way too soon.
I really fucked with Juice.
I just think about how tragic it is, like all the music that we're not gonna ever hear that could have possibly came, you know?
Yeah.
Like all the good songs he'll never get to make now.
Yeah. It's
Missed
crazy.
out.
It really does make me sad to think about. Like I don't know, I'm sure you hear from a lot of people, but like Juice 100% affected me like more than most artists. That kid, I'm sure you hear people say they were the first ones listening to him too, but someone posted his things while he was still on SoundCloud, and I found out, I was like, damn, this kid is tight. And then just like so quickly just started blowing up. And I was listening to him for a minute, and then he was gone. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when I first met him, it was so early that he hadn't really blown up yet, and it was kind of crazy.
Oh my
he
god,
looked
look at
different.
all the loadouts that fell. Okay, we're gonna try and dip out the back here. Get into zone.
Oh shit, they not.
Oh, we got waxed. All good.
It's up to you now.
Kind of getting down to it here. Yeah, I think one of I follow a lot of the FaZe guys. I don't know if you know, like FaZe Clan.
Yeah, that's another crazy story. We actually went to their house once, and a couple times actually. It was pretty wild. Their house is crazy. I don't think they live there now. I think they moved, but yeah, we went over there with FaZe Banks and kicked it and stuff. And
yeah, I'd
it was
love to
wild.
lock in with some of those guys to get them on this. Get some like actual gaming people on this too. That'd be tight.
Yeah. We've talked about a few times, like linking up with FaZe and like getting an internet money gaming type of situation going on through FaZe.
That'd be really tight. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
I know Travis Scott and their Cactus Jack label there's kind of got something going on. I know it's kind of like hush right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you might know about it being in that industry, but I don't know if you know who Aiden Ross is. He's like a huge Twitch streamer, and he says he's not signed to him, but there's like a lot of people saying he is, and this and that. And Travis Scott's got this whole gaming thing coming out with him, and so
it makes sense. I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, but it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, we've talked about doing that with internet money because we're kind of like the FaZe Clan of producing, you know? So
facts.
It's always kind of made sense to make that like collab happen.
That'd be crazy collab for sure. Even when they like FaZe collabed with like Cole and Lyric Lemonade and did some clothes and stuff.
Yeah,
they didn't do like a gaming thing or anything, but just the clothes was crazy.
Yeah, that would be cool to do as well. Yeah, we're cool with like the FaZe Clan and stuff. We've been over there, like I said, and chopped it up with them before. But
Banks is the one. I think he tweeted something about like Juice WRLD, like when he was still on SoundCloud, and that's how I like heard of Juice WRLD so early.
Right.
Which is crazy. It's crazy that like this all is just how like everything intertwines.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
People around me. Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely gotta lock in with some of the FaZe guys. I ain't crazy at games, but I think it's just like a cool. They're very like for the culture, like, you know, like you said, like they're doing shit with internet money, and I'm gonna get waxed. Doing stuff with internet money and Lyrical Lemonade and stuff. They're very much like gaming and for the culture, so I think this would be like a cool thing to get them involved in, because it's very much that.
Definitely.
What else? Well, you got anything long-term goals you want to talk about quick before we wrap it up? What's next for you or internet money?
I mean, internet money, we're definitely going to be working on a second album eventually. I don't know when, but we're going to get started on that. As far as me personally, you know, I'd like to eventually have my own sub label off of internet money, kind of like how Nick did Mira Touch. It's kind of like a sub label of internet money. I'd like to eventually do my own thing, kind of like that.
Weird.
And yeah, I mean, obviously, like I want to get a Grammy. I want to get a Drake placement. Just all those big goals that every producer has that I'm still working towards. But
Facts.
I'm also trying to tap in like with the new up and coming like underground and trying to, you know, get some stuff with that scene and get some work with some of those artists that are super fire. So yeah.
Cool. Quickly, who you watching right now? Who's next up as artist? You might not want to spill it. You don't have to, I guess, if you don't want to.
No, I just, like I said, I've been messing with the underground, like Wolfface Joey's fire, Ken Carson's fire, but he's kind of already blowing up. Just people like that are super fire. The other people I probably don't want to name because I'm about to tap in with them.
Yeah, nah, I hear you. All right, I got like 4 or 5 rapid fire questions. They're just fun ones. Rip them off the top of your head.
Okay.
Go to fast food.
Chick-fil-A.
Go to chocolate bar.
Snickers.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Do you got a favorite Call of Duty?
Modern Warfare 2, the old one.
Fire. And if your clone walks into a room and you kill him, is it suicide or murder?
Murder.
Fire. All right. You gonna plug anything? Give her. Floor is yours. KCSUPREME on Instagram. Internet Money.
Yep, at KCSUPREME on Instagram and Twitter. I stream on Twitch. I'm about to start streaming again, so if you want to, check me out on there. I'm going to be doing more tutorials on the Internet Money YouTube channel. So those are the places you can find me and check me out and follow me.
Fire, that's what's up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.
Hear a lot of niggas talking, they ain't really body. Better watch what you say. I ain't got no time for the games on play. Niggas say they want it, they ain't doing what it take. Little nigga, you in the way, yeah. Got a shawty calling me on FaceTime. Little baby, you know that I'm racing to you. Put your love in my hands, baby, you know I won't do you like that.